Parivar explodes. Sharad's huddle in Delhi. Ajit snaps. Ajit outnumbers uncle.
Ajit dada sangharsh karo.
Sharad losing battle to nephew. Maha Pawar play. Top focus on 5 Live.
Great to have you here on 5 Live with me, Shiv Arur. We're waiting on Sharad Pawar's live press conference. Remember, the drama has shifted after yesterday from Maharashtra now to the national capital, Delhi, where I'm bringing you this broadcast from. India Today's reporters are standing by to bring you that press conference live. Let me quickly first get you through the headlines. Sharad Pawar faction holds national executive meet in Delhi, expels Ajit Pawar, Praful Patel among all other rebels. Ajit faction dubs Sharad meet illegal. Karnataka speaker in damage control mode after outrage over VVIP lane demand for lawmakers. BJP hits out, calls it Congress elitism and VVIP culture. BJP ally AIA-DMK opposes centre's uniform civil code. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin hits out at centre, says UCC brought as revenge against those opposing the BJP. MP Chief Minister Shivraj Chauhan in damage control mode after that urination horror. A day after bulldozers raised illegal parts of the accused man Pravesh Shukla's home, Chief Minister Shivraj washes the Adivasi victim's feet. Canadian Prime Minister fails to condemn repeated Khalistani threats, including Kill India march this Saturday. India lashes out, says Trudeau is legitimizing terror.
Has always taken extremely seriously violence and threats of violence. We've always taken serious action against terrorism, and we always will.
Let me make the larger point that the issue is not about freedom of expression, but its misuse for advocating violence, for propagating separatism, and for legitimizing terrorism.
Here's the very latest in the big political blockbuster that India Today broke 3 days ago. Now the fight over the real Nationalist Congress Party, the NCP, has escalated. It's now at boiling point, with each camp now accusing the other of being a traitor. The Sharad Pawar faction has fired all the rebels, Ajit Pawar, Praful Patel and everyone else. They've all been expelled from the party. Ajit Pawar, Praful Patel, Sunil Tatkare among all the rebels who've been formally expelled from the party. Meanwhile, the Ajit Pawar faction has labelled Sharad Pawar's national executive meet in Delhi as illegal. Imagine that. The gloves are off, no more adar and respect and all that stuff. Now it's down to cynical new world politics where everything is off. Basically, the uncle versus nephew war has reached its ugliest low now. The Ajit faction says all decisions taken at the Pawar meeting are non-binding because the issue of who the real NCP is currently before the Election Commission. The Ajit Pawar faction says the Delhi meeting presided over by Sharad Pawar has no legal sanctity. A day after Ajit Pawar mocked Sharad Pawar's age and asked why he hasn't retired, now he says a meeting presided over by his own uncle is illegal and has no legal sanctity. Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai chief, is in Delhi, right outside Sharad Pawar's Delhi residence, where that meeting has just taken place at the national executive level of the NCP. Sahil, things have escalated even further, it seems now, with the rebels being formally expelled from the party and the rebels now calling Sharad Pawar's meeting illegal.
Well, this is going on completely expected lines. What we saw last year, the script has been followed to the T, because even today in the morning when Chhagan Bhujbal took a press conference in Mumbai, he claimed that they have studied what happened in the Shiv Sena case, and they have taken all the legal opinion before pursuing and supporting the BJP Shiv Sena government and taking oath on Sunday. Now, interestingly, as expected, Sharad Pawar will now take a press conference in a while, in just a few minutes from now. The resolution is very clear that they have decided to expel Praful Patel and Sunil Tadkari, who are the office bearers of one is working president and the general secretary. But at the same time, the 9 MLAs who took oath that day in the Shiv Sena BJP government, along with Ajit Pawar. This particular resolution will be communicated to the Election Commission to express that the party's president has taken this decision in the working committee and the extended working committee, and it was unanimously passed. On the other hand, what they are claiming, Ajit Pawar camp is claiming that at whatever happens, this particular meeting is completely illegal because Sharad Pawar is already removed by the majority of the party's organization workers, leaders, and the MLAs and MPs from his position as the president of the party, and Ajit Pawar has been appointed. And they have communicated to the Election Commission on 30th of June. So this is pretty late, and this particular meeting has no meaning. It's completely illegal is what they're claiming. So there will be claims and counter claims. Finally, it is going to reach to the Election Commission. We'll have to wait and see when the Election Commission actually goes ahead with the hearing of this particular case, because right now there are no polls. The way it happened in the case of Shiv Sena, that because of the by-poll, the party's name and the symbol was frozen, and only after that the actual hearing happened in the Shiv Sena case. Will this happen in NCP's case? Because right now there are no polls before the municipal corporation elections, which are scheduled likely to happen in October or November in Mumbai. Before that, if this happens, that will be really challenging. But right now, we can see that both the groups are heading up for the split, and the fight is going to land up at the Election Commission for sure.
Okay, very, very interesting. The Election Commission is the next battlefield. Right now, the line that was drawn in the sand with the rebel split has gotten much darker. Things are much more aggressive and ruthless now. The rebels have all been expelled, but the rebels say that who is Sharad Pawar to expel us? His meeting does not have any legal sanctity. Sahil Joshi says things are running exactly to a script, as India Today had also predicted it would play out this way. But remember, Mosmi also with us on this unfolding story. Mosmi, Sharad Pawar also involved in a very ambitious united opposition project. He has his hands full politically speaking. We know what's happening right now. We're awaiting that press conference by Sharad Pawar. But how are the other parties looking at what is going on, Mosmi? How are they looking at Sharad Pawar, trying to keep his house in order?
They're keeping a very close watch, and just a stone throw away Sonia Gandhi's residence, Sharad Pawar at 6 Janpath and Sonia Gandhi at 10 Janpath. So the closeness of the distance, Sharad Pawar's camp would expect the Congress would display the same closeness as far as in these difficult times to Mr. Pawar. But right now, the press conference of PC Chako is happening, who's also a General Secretary. And Shiv, he's outlining the contours of the entire battle that's going to follow. He says that 27 state units are with Mr. Sharad Pawar. We've met regularly, and the MLAs are not the party. The party is made of an organization, and it has a precedent. So the strong points of Sharad Pawar's camp, Chako trying to hammer in those points. I did try and speak to, as far as the other parties, how are they viewing this? They are saying we told you so, and perhaps their claims of BJP being a complete dictatorship party that doesn't believe in a peaceful coexistence of democratic principles and values, and that's why the Congress is bolstered by the fact that this is the way that the BJP has chosen to break the NCP after the Shiv Sena, and we do expect a meeting or perhaps a telephonic conversation on the cards after Mr. Pawar is done with this press conference between the Congress president and Mr. Sharad Pawar.
Okay, we'll be Quickly, going to that press conference, PC Chacko is speaking right now. PC Chacko, formerly of the Congress, now of course with the NCP. PC Chacko is speaking. Sharad Pawar will be speaking in a moment from now. We'll cut across to that live. But I want to bring Sahil back in on, another question that has been doing the rounds. Sahil, the question of Praful Patel. We've seen where all these MLAs in the Ajit Pawar faction have landed. The numbers have been quoted, etc., etc. Ajit Pawar himself has been made the Deputy Chief Minister. He's taken oath. Praful Patel has been hovering around. He's been seen as the, the orchestrator, or, one of the orchestrators of this entire rebellion and this split. Where is he going to land, Sahil? Is he going to be, inducted as a minister in the Modi Council of Ministers, as some rumors are suggesting? What are you hearing?
Well, indeed, it is true that Praful Patel is the one who is kind of an architect of what happened in NCP at this point of time. Yes, Ajit Pawar is the face, but the man who actually managed, the discussions, the deliberations and all the stuff has been managed by Praful Patel. So obviously he becomes the key man now, who used to be a key man for Sharad Pawar to do all this stuff, is now a key man for Ajit Pawar. So where will he land up? Right now, what I'm hearing is that he will not be inducted in the cabinet, is what I have been told. But yes, the deliberations are on. It is likely that in 2024 he may contest a Lok Sabha seat from his traditional constituency of Gondia, which he lost in 2014, and since then he has not been contesting the Lok Sabha elections. But it is likely that he may contest the Lok Sabha election, and then maybe in the NDA government he may get a chance to be a minister. But right now, the whole concentration is on the NCP versus NCP fight, and the deliverables from the Praful Patel and Ajit Pawar side, what the BJP is expecting is that the control of the NCP, which right now in the hands of Sharad Pawar, the way it happened, the Shinde delivered, similarly Ajit Pawar and Praful Patel will have to deliver that the party's name and the symbol goes with them, and only after that the future discussions and deliberations can happen.
Okay, so because now the exchange is happening at the highest possible level now. The people who are firing the arrows at each other, on the one side is Ajit Pawar, on the other side is Sharad Pawar. So, the tone and tenor of the exchange between these two camps is, has hit rock bottom right now. In many ways, it seems that the gloves are off. And, anything is possible right now. They're speaking like true enemies. Until day before yesterday, there was a certain semblance of respect being shown by Ajit Pawar's camp when referring to Sharad Pawar. They're still using his picture, but now they are going ahead and laying it on the line and not censoring themselves. They're not using any soft language. They're saying that this meeting presided over by Sharad Pawar is completely illegal, and therefore all the decisions taken and being announced right now by the NCP have no legal sanctity. Mausami, another aspect of this entire drama has been that the conspicuous absence of Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah, even tweeting and acknowledging the entry of Ajit Pawar into, a BJP-led government in Maharashtra. That has set a lot of tongues wagging. It's not surprising, of course, and you being a journalist in the trenches wouldn't be surprised at all that there has been nothing there, because this whole issue is not settled yet. It's still unfolding.
As you said, Shiv, picture abhi baki hai. That's what I can say, because there are reports of dissension and frustration in the Shinde camp. There are talks about some MLAs who have already switched to Ajit Pawar's side, wanting to get back, and the sword of disqualification is hanging on many of the Shinde camp MLAs. So this drama, the political drama of Maharashtra, will have its bearings on the national canvas as well, and thereby, the silence of the Prime Minister and the Home Minister treating it as a completely localized state issue of Maharashtra. Because we've seen that Ajit Pawar and Praful Patel have been doing all the talking, and the stances have changed, the maneuvers have changed, the punches have changed. They've even got more harder between the Sharad Pawar camp and the Ajit Pawar camp. the BJP has let the NCP wash its dirty linen. The blame game is on, and the BJP doesn't want to step into that picture. It has to be a choice that was made by Ajit Pawar and the entire NCP, as Ajit Pawar would call it, that they switch sides for the progress of Maharashtra, is what the BJP would want to send home the message. And behind me you can see that Mr. Sharad Pawar, the first glimpse here, you will see all the office bearers are here. Yoganand Shastri, Shiraz Mehendi, who is the minority department chief, and other chiefs of various state local units right here, Sahil, on your screen. And there's Mr. Pawar walking out after that working committee meeting of Sharad Pawar. And here Sharad Pawar in fact waving and telling them not to slogan here. There, Sharad Pawar, as astute a politician he is, takes every note of every detailing. And that's why the question really was that whether he really was not in the know of what was happening in the party when he knew what's happening in the nook and corners of the country. But let me tell you what's happening right here. All the various state unit leaders, Mr. Pawar donning a smile there. He's been in a very upbeat mood ever since the entire drama has played out. He's been on the offensive, said you will know the real picture within 3 months. There he walks towards the media podium where, PC Chako was briefing. And, there is a certain ease in the nature of which there Mr. Pawar noticing each and every worker. If Prem would just pan, who is he trying to speak to? And now he would shortly brief the media of what's transpired in that very crucial, critical meeting. Sharad Pawar, in fact, playing each and every step according to the legality and the battleground of the election commission there. You can see Mr. Pawar taking to the mics, and he would be addressing the national media. So after the battle playing out in Maharashtra, let's hear what Mr. Pawar has to say in the national capital. Remember that Mr. Pawar has addressed many press conferences here. Even when the MVA broke down, he was quite bolstered by the fact that the BJP had come through the back door to, in fact, script that entire division and split. So here you
stay
are.
With us, Mosmi. Yes, we're staying with your camera. We're staying with your camera, and live pictures of that press conference that's about to start. PC Chako just calling things to order. Sharad Pawar is about to speak. Let's cut across.
What is the... Please, cooperate. In the National Convention of the NCP in Talkatora Stadium, first time Pawarji has given the clarion call to all parties in India, anti-BJP parties to come together. So this idea was mooted that anti-BJP parties has to come together. Each party will have their own opinion on matters, but there has to be some compromise, and they have to come together on one issue, fighting BJP. So now it is picking up momentum, and there was 2 meetings, and the 3rd meeting is going to take place. This is an idea mooted by Pawarji, and we are strongly with the opposition parties on this fight against BJP, anti-BJP joint action of the opposition parties. The working committee ratifies the decision of the President to expel Sri Praful Patel, Sri Sunil Tatkare. This I have already told. Any of the National Committee, namely Central Disciplinary, Sri Praful Patel and Sri Sunil Tatkare were removed, and Sri S.R. Kohli, 3 people are prohibited by the working committee by a resolution for indulging in any of the state national committee matters, namely Central Disciplinary Committee and other committees. Any of the committees constituted under the constitution of the party earlier. These 2-3 people who are suspended, they are members of subcommittees also. So any of the committees constituted under the constitution of the party these people are prohibited because they are suspended. Any of the trusts constituted under the constitution of the party. NCP has constituted different trusts in the national level and in some state level also. All these trusts, these people who are suspended cannot be in touch with any of these activities. They are barred from involving any of the activities of the trust formed by the party. Any of the responsibilities with powers and functions given by the party or the president. Casually, government president authorizes these people to do some work as an assignment from the president's side. All such assignments given to these three people are hereby cancelled by our resolution in the party. We are quite happy and satisfied that the party, in spite of the fact that by our resolution in the party, we are quite happy and satisfied that the party, in spite of the fact that we had a very short notice, because we have served the notice only yesterday, and today the attendance was much better than the previous meetings, and
resolution की कॉपी आप लोगों को दी जाएगी, हाँ सबको.
I will give you
attendance.
Yeah.
Working committee.
Out of the 12 members who are elected members, 7 members were present today. Rest of the members, barring the suspended members, gave their letters because they could not reach here. The letter was sent yesterday. Out of the permanent invitees, there are 15 members. Out of that, 10 people attended today's meeting, and barring the suspended people, rest of them gave us letter. So there is absolutely no problem as far as NCP is concerned as an organization. Whatever publicity somebody is trying to give, that is not affecting the NCP in any way. That is reiterated very firmly by the working committee today, along with the national problems, passing resolutions. We have decided to continue our fight against the communal politics headed by BJP. Now, these are the decisions taken.
Sir, any action on Ajit Pawar? 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes. There are 2 MPs and 9 MLAs. I said that. 9 MLAs include the name which you have said. 9 MLAs who became ministers in Maharashtra, and 2 MPs, Sharad Pawar and Praful Patel, are the 11 people by name we have suspended. And Mr. Sarkozy. Yeah.
Expelled, no, 9 members expelled. 9 members have been expelled.
1 minute. Point to point will come. ठाकुर साहब ने आपको इंग्लिश में पूरी सारी चीजें बता दी हैं. पूरे देश के 27 राज्यों ने माननीय पवार साहब के नेतृत्व में विश्वास व्यक्त किया है. 100% जो हमारी कमेटी है, नेशनल कमेटी है, उसने विश्वास व्यक्त किया है. 15 में कुछ लोग जो मंत्री बने हैं, इनको सस्पेंड किया गया है. इसलिए वो संख्या आपको 15 के बजाय 10 दिखती है. बट दे आर सस्पेंडेड, दे हैव ज्वाइन. उन्होंने बीजेपी सरकार के साथ हाथ मिलाया हुआ है. पवार साहब को पूरी कमेटी ने ऑथराइज किया है कि देश में या राज्य में कहीं पर भी अगर कोई पार्टी के खिलाफ जाता है, पार्टी की पॉलिसी आइडियोलॉजी के खिलाफ जाता है, साहब को उसे सस्पेंड करने का, एक्शन लेने का पूरा अधिकार राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी प्रदान करती है. जैसा आप जानते हैं, महाराष्ट्र के सारे लोग कहते थे कि पवार साहब हमारे दैवत हैं. दैवत मीन्स हमारे भगवान हैं. और जो लोग कल तक पवार साहब को अपना भगवान कहते थे, आज उन्होंने अपनी आइडियोलॉजी भी चेंज कर दी और अपना भगवान भी बदलने का काम किया है. इसलिए हम लोग इसकी भर्त्सना करते हैं, निंदा करते हैं, क्योंकि आप अपने जीवन में आइडियोलॉजी और अपना पिता, जो लोग पवार साहब को दैवत कहते थे, अपना पिता कहते थे, आज उन्होंने पिता बदलने का प्रयास किया है, आइडियोलॉजी को छोड़ा है. इसकी हम सब लोग निंदा करते हैं. हमारे और पवार साहब के नेतृत्व में पूरा देश, पार्टी में कोई स्प्लिट नहीं हुआ है. मैं स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं, विधानमंडल में कुछ MLAs हमको छोड़ के गए हैं, वो वहाँ जो रिवल हुआ है डिप्टी सीएम जो अभी है अजीत पवार जी के नेतृत्व में, लेकिन हमें विश्वास है कि आने वाले विधानसभा के चुनाव में पवार साहब के नेतृत्व में महाराष्ट्र में हम फिर से एक बार अपनी सरकार कांग्रेस एनसीपी और शिवसेना सरकार बनाने में सक्षम होगी। और एक बात स्पष्ट है कि पवार साहब के नेतृत्व में चलने वाली पार्टी कभी भी कम्युनिज्म के साथ, वो जो है धर्मनिरपेक्षता के साथ कोई समझौता नहीं करेगी। हम विकास के मुद्दे पे लड़ेंगे, देश के जो अनेकता में एकता है उसको बनाए रखेंगे। और इन्हीं बातों के साथ मैं खत्म करता हूँ और साथ को लेता हूँ।
माइक किसके
Don't touch the mic.
So please keep the silence.
हो गया भाई, हो गया।
Okay. हाँ, it's working now.
The hand mic is not working, please. Please be silent, one person.
आप लोगों ने ठाकुर साहब ने डिटेल बताया होगा कि आज की मीटिंग में क्या हो गया। मुझे खुशी है कि वानराज जिन लोगों को एक्सपेल किया वो छोड़कर बाकी सब लोग इतने शॉर्ट नोटिस में मीटिंग के लिए आए थे। उनका हौसला अच्छा है।
Not running.
तो उनका हौसला अच्छा था और पार्टी को खेत हटाने का काम कुछ साथियों ने किया। इससे फिर मजबूती से पार्टी को खड़ा करना, आगे ले जाना और अच्छी स्थिति पर लाना, ये मानसिकता हमारे सभी साथियों की थी। और इसलिए मुझे खुशी है कि एक आज की मीटिंग हमें हमारा हौसला बढ़ाने के लिए बहुत मददगार हो गई। इससे मैं कोई ज़्यादा बोलना नहीं चाहता। जो कोई डिसीजन हम लोगों ने लिए ये आप लोगों को शायद बताए होंगे। आपको कुछ सवाल पूछना हो तो यू कैन आस्क मी इफ यू वांट एनी क्वेश्चन।
एक मिनट।
ऐसा दावा है।
हाँ, प्रशांत अजीत पवार को नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट नियुक्त किया है 30 तारीख को।
किसी ने कुछ कहा मुझे मालूम नहीं। अब तो मुझे एक बात पता है कि राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी का मैं प्रेसिडेंट हूँ। दूसरा किसी ने अपने नाम पर स्टेटमेंट दे दिया, कुछ बात कही, वो बात कह सकते हैं। इसमें कोई इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं, कोई सच्चाई नहीं।
सर ये स्टेटमेंट जारी किया गया है, कहा गया है कि आज आपने जो मीटिंग बुलाई वर्किंग कमेटी की, इसके पास कोई लीगल सैंक्टिटी नहीं है क्योंकि अजीत पवार नए प्रेसिडेंट है और इसके अलावा जो भी मीटिंग होगी सब डिस्प्यूट में है, आधिकारिक नहीं है।
ठीक है, कुछ भी कह सकते हैं, इसमें कोई सच्चाई नहीं है। ये जो वर्किंग कमेटी की मीटिंग है अथॉरिटी एज पर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हुई है। किसी ने कुछ कहा होगा, इससे कोई इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं।
Sunil Prabhu.
Sir, my question to you is about
Sunil.
One at a time. Is about opposition unity, sir, and the fact that we are going to meet in Bangalore on the 17th, 18th. The fact that the MBA now is under threat. Uddhav Thackeray as well as you have been diminished by the BJP in terms of things. Congress.
Diminished
Diminished means they have broken your party.
So for some people, left your party, goes to some other side. It's also happen in political party, but doesn't say it remains of this or that. As I said, we will that party.
Let her please.
चाहे आप इस्तीफा देते हैं फिर इस्तीफा वापस ले लेते हैं. When will शरद पवार stop? इस तरह के पर्सनल अटैक पर आप क्या कहेंगे? आप 82 साल के हो गए हैं. इस तरह के पर्सनल अटैक पर आप क्या कहेंगे? आप 82 साल के हो गए.
Person doesn't arise to stopping. Now I work more effectively. Whether 82 or 92.
पवार सर हिंदी में आपने एक्सपेल करके उनको डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन के से बचाया, ऐसे नहीं आपको लगता है?
नहीं.
पवार सर सवाल यह है कि
1 minute, one question from the last.
पवार सर, आप लोगों ने कैविएट दाखिल किया चुनाव आयोग में, अब किस आधार पर लड़ाई लड़ेंगे चुनाव आयोग में? दूसरा सवाल है कि जब शिंदे ग्रुप अपनी लड़ाई शिवसेना की तरफ से लड़ रहे थे तो उनका आधार माना गया था विधायकों की संख्या को. क्या आपने जो भी घोषणाएं संगठन को लेकर की है उसकी जानकारी पहले से चुनाव आयोग को बताई थी? क्या आधार?
बात यह है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट जस्टिस चंद्रचूड़ इनका जो जजमेंट है, इस जजमेंट में उन्होंने कहा है कि MLA इनकी स्ट्रेंथ, इनका नंबर, ये फिगर करेगा, ये मेजर इशू नहीं है. उन्होंने ये कहा कि political party got more power and they got every right to take appropriate steps. In fact, the political party not every.
Come on.
मैं भी मुख्यमंत्री बनना चाहता हूँ.
कोई भी कुछ चाहते तो मुझे इससे कोई मतलब नहीं. किसी को प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना हो, किसी को डिप्टी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना हो, किसी को चीफ मिनिस्टर बनना हो, किसी को आर्मी चीफ बनना हो, वो चाहते हैं. चलिए, मेरी शुभकामनाएं.
आयोग या सुप्रीम कोर्ट का दरवाजा आप लोग को चलाएंगे? चुनाव आयोग पे जो मामला पहुंच गया है, क्या अगला कदम सुप्रीम कोर्ट का दरवाजा?
बात ऐसी है कि हमारा विश्वास चुनाव आयोग पर है. हम जो हमें कुछ कहना है वो तो चुनाव आयोग के सामने जाएंगे, मगर जो लीगल पोजीशन है ये नज़रअंदाज करने के बाद कहीं भी डिसीजन होगा तो हम एफएफए दूसरी कौन सी अथॉरिटी है वहाँ जाने के बारे में सोचेंगे, मगर ये नौबत आएगी ऐसे मुझे लगता नहीं.
अजीत पवार ने ये भी कहा
1 minute. One question from that. Yes. Tell me. Varsha, come on. Tell.
30 तारीख की चिट्ठी है जो अजीत पवार को कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष बनाने की चिट्ठी है, वो 30 तारीख का साइन किया हुआ है. वो 5 तारीख को चुनाव आयोग पहुंचता है. आपकी चिट्ठी 30 तारीख को ईमेल से भेजी गई है, 30 तारीख को पहुंचती है. इससे क्या कहेंगे? क्या ये
चिट्ठी के बारे में चुनाव आयोग तय करेगा? मुझे मालूम नहीं. इस देश में इन्फॉर्मेशन पेपर यहाँ से वहाँ जाने के लिए 5 दिन लगते हैं, ये मुझे मालूम नहीं. ठीक है, जो क्रिया होगा वो चुनाव आयोग इस बारे में तय करेगा.
अजीत पवार कह रहे थे, उन्होंने आज भी कहा कि 2/3 मेजोरिटी हमारे पास है. शरद साहब के पास दिखाने के लिए कोई मेजोरिटी नहीं है, इसलिए इलेक्शन कमीशन का भी तक कोई दरवाजा खटखटाया है.
तो देखेंगे ना, अभी कल टाइम आएगा, इसमें सच्चाई क्या है ये देखने के लिए. चाहे 2/3 हो या चाहे कुछ हो, एक बात है, हमें पूरा विश्वास है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन वहाँ ठीक तरह से निर्णय लेगा. और दूसरी बात यह है, जहाँ तक लोगों का समर्थन है वहाँ क्या स्थिति है उस राज्य में मैं जानता हूँ. मैंने कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट में एक विजिट दे दिया. जिस तरह से खास तौर पर नौजवान एक तरह का समर्थन आज हम लोगों को मिल रहा है, इससे मुझे पूरा विश्वास और खुशी है. Ajit Pawar, it was Satara and Karad. It was Satara and Karad district. After defection, Pawar साहब go.
क्या पद्धतीने ईडी आणि सीबीआय के आरोप
अजीत पवार के साथ है, ऐसे में क्या आपके साथ और विधायक आएंगे जो बात जो विधायक किसी है, क्या उनका समर्थन आपके साथ है?
आपको पता लगेगा कुछ नहीं होगा, इससे क्या बदलाव होगा।
इस तरह से ईडी और सीबीआई के आरोप होते हैं और बाद में लोग जो अपना नेतृत्व है उसको छोड़ के अदर पार्टी में चले जाते, नई पार्टी बनाते, इस तरह से कितनी पार्टियां देश में टूटेगी?
ये मुझे मालूम नहीं, मगर ये बात सच है कि आज सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेतृत्व में चलने वाला अपोजिशन को दबाव डालने के लिए, वीक करने के लिए ईडी, सीबीआई और सेंट्रल एजेंसी इसका इस्तेमाल जगह जगह पर कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, आज 10 महीने 11 महीने बाकी है, इसके बाद चुनाव होगा और स्थिति देश की बदलेगी, तब इसमें क्या सुधार करने की आवश्यकता है, इस पर हमारी टॉप प्रायोरिटी रहेगी। आपको एक बार मौका
नहीं तुम्हें आप लीजिए संदीप।
लग रहा है 3 महीने में पिक्चर बदल जाएगी, तो क्या होने वाला है?
ऐसा कुछ कहा होगा, ऐसा कुछ कहा होगा स्टेज पर, मेरे पास नहीं, आपके पास हो तो मुझे प्राइवेट कीजिए।
उद्धव ठाकरे एकत्र येतील अशी चर्चा आणि होल्डिंग लागत आहेत महाराष्ट्रामध्ये।
सही गोष्ट
पवार साहब कुछ जगहों पर ये चीज नोटिस में थी कि 18 अप्रैल को एक पत्र साइन किया गया था जिसमें 40 विधायकों का समर्थन अजीत पवार साहब को था। क्या ऐसा कोई पत्र अस्तित्व में था? और 2019 में भी ऐसे एक पत्र सामने आया था?
कुछ नहीं, एक बात सच है, 2019 यानी 2 साल में 3-4 साल पहले तब कुछ लोगों ने कहा था साइन करके कि हमारे आगे की नीति कैसे होनी चाहिए, किसके साथ हमें जाना चाहिए, इस पर बात करने की आवश्यकता है। तो हमने कहा था कि मीटिंग हो रहा है, मगर बाद में आगे का इलेक्शन आ गया तो वो कुछ हुआ नहीं।
पवार साहब, मेरा सवाल है कि शिवसेना में भी टूट हुई, उद्धव ठाकरे लोगों के बीच जा रहे हैं, आपकी पार्टी में भी टूट हुई, आप भी लोगों के बीच जा रहे हैं, इसका 2024 में कैसा असर देखते हैं महाराष्ट्र की जनता के बीच में?
मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि 2024 में महाराष्ट्र में हुकूमत बदलेगी। आज जिनके हाथ में हुकूमत है उनको लोग दूर करेंगे और जो कुछ अपोजिशन में काम कर रहे हमारे जैसे लोग हैं, इनके खिलाफ जिस तरह के कदम उठाए गए इसकी कीमत उनको देनी पड़ेगी।
Pawar sir, what is the message that you want to give Ajit Pawar? He was so close to you. Today he is against you after so many years. Is there something a very direct message? Because it has been an emotional movement and other level of movement also for you.
Nothing for me. Ultimately, party decision, party thinking, party ideology is supreme for me.
But even Praful Patel,
पिछले महीने आपने सबकी घोषणा की थी, कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष प्रफुल्ल पटेल को बनाया, छगन भुजबल को जिम्मेदारी दी गई थी यहीं एनसीपी मुख्यालय में, तो आपको तब अंदाजा नहीं था कि इस तरह की गतिविधियां पार्टी के अंदर चल रही हैं, क्योंकि आप ही की पार्टी की तरफ से कुछ गद्दार के पोस्टर भी लगे, कटप्पा बताया गया।
एक बात मुझे एक्सेप्ट करनी पड़ेगी, यहाँ की एजेंसी कितनी इफेक्टिव है ये मुझे मालूम नहीं था।
इससे पहले महाराष्ट्र का पॉलिटिकल क्राइसिस कैसे देखते हैं? जो 2024 का जो लोकसभा इलेक्शन आने वाला है, उससे पहले महाराष्ट्र के बीच में जो पॉलिटिकल क्राइसिस चल रहा है और जनता के बीच में भरोसा टूट रहा है, उसे कैसे देख रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल, जो कुछ हो रहा है इससे मुझे खुशी है कि इसकी जबरदस्त कीमत जिन्होंने लोगों को कमिटमेंट करके इनके वोट हासिल करने के बाद गलत रास्ते पर गए, उनको कीमत देनी पड़ेगी। राज की स्थिति बदलेगी, वहाँ राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस हो और उद्धव ठाकरे के नेतृत्व सेना का संगठन हो, इनके हाथ में महाराष्ट्र के लोग पूरी हुकूमत देंगे।
प्रफुल्ल पटेल को जिम्मेदारी दी गई, लेकिन अजीत पवार साहब को कोई जिम्मेदारी नहीं दी गई। क्या आपको लगता है कि आपसे कोई चूक हुई ऐसी जिससे अजीत पवार टूटे?
लीडर और अपोजिशन ये जिम्मेदारी पहले उनको दी गई थी।
Okay, that's Sharad Pawar there, digging in his heels, saying he completely rejects what Ajit Pawar has said about the National Executive Meeting presided over by Sharad Pawar having no legal sanctity. He also says age doesn't matter, whether 82 or 92, it doesn't make a difference. He also says that whoever wants to be the Chief Minister, please go ahead, be happy. I am going to the Election Commission. So this was Sharad Pawar's first public response to the taunts made by his nephew Ajit Pawar, who has now rebelled and become the Deputy Chief Minister, allying with the BJP in the Maharashtra government. Sharad Pawar, who's just held that National Executive Meet in Delhi, where decisions have been taken to expel the 7 MLAs and 2 MPs, 9 MLAs and 2 MPs from the NCP, including Ajit Pawar, Praful Patel, Sunil Tatkare and others. And that Sharad Pawar is still the president of the NCP. He rejects all claims that there is no real NCP and this meeting is not legal and that the expulsion is therefore illegal. Sharad Pawar is basically saying, "Main zinda hoon, main NCP ka raja hoon," and all other decisions can be ignored at this point of time. Very careful not to take Ajit Pawar's name directly. Neither Sharad Pawar nor PC Chacko, who was sitting next to him, invoked Ajit Pawar's name directly. A subtle political messaging in that as well, because Ajit Pawar, after all, is from the Pawar dynasty. He's the nephew of Sharad Pawar, said to be close to Sharad Pawar's wife Pratibha Pawar as well. But the big split in the NCP is not any better. In fact, the divide is deeper. The separation between the two factions has increased. The tone and tenor of the words being spoken against each other have become more aggressive, more relentless, more ruthless. And the point of no return has become much more permanent. Mosmi, who was there at that press conference, you heard her asking Sharad Pawar quite a few questions as well, is with me live. It looks like, this is war in so many ways, Mosmi. It has been for the last 3 days. But I think what Sharad Pawar has really signaled today is that there is a point of no return. The meeting that he has presided over has expelled these rebels. It looks like there's no going back. There's no possibility of a U-turn on this.
Absolutely, in fact, Sharad Pawar, by the end of the entire press conference, underlined the fact that it is the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi spelling out Congress and the Uddhav Sena with him, saying that which will actually finally emerge victorious, thereby, drawing the battle line between Ajit Pawar and him. And he also said that this is not true, that Ajit Pawar didn't get anything when he was in the NCP. He also said that, 82 or 92, it doesn't matter, age is just a number. Sharad Pawar said that, the people are with us, and clearly, he didn't seem to be very flustered or nervous, taking all the questions. Sometimes we have seen him, rebuffing journalists, but today was not the day. Sharad Pawar has been in all his elements, responding to whatever the reporters have to say. But what I can make out is, you can see this resolution chip that has been passed, that Sharad Pawar knows very well that this is a matter of, testing your patience. It is about holding on. And that's why he says that whether it's the Election Commission, I'm pretty confident that we will stick to our grounds and succeed at the election commission. And though he said that it will not, I don't think there will be a need to go legal.
Yes.
So Sharad Pawar there, trying to, you can say that in an entire damage control exercise, or perhaps going on the offensive and appearing to be very strong in the face of the entire rebellion that's come in the very late evening of his career.
Mosmi, very, very quickly, what happens next? When is the Election Commission going to be taking this up? Sharad Pawar will return to Maharashtra now, where his nephew is the Deputy Chief Minister in alliance with the BJP.
Going to take this up. Shiv, we'll just get, we have
Yes.
Vandana ji
Yes,
with
go
us,
ahead,
Vandana Chauhan, and we'll take
Yes.
her reaction. Ma'am, what do you expect?
We don't know when they'll take it up. You know how all these agencies, function. It's their call. The applications and things have gone, but we don't know when it'll come.
Ma'am, amongst the Lok Sabha and the Raj Sabha MPs, how many are with Mr. Pawar? And that would also have a big bearing on the strength that you really have.
We are 4 of us in the Raj Sabha. So out of that, one of the MPs is now gone in the new faction. And in the Lok Sabha, we have 5 MPs. 1 out of that has gone to the...
So you're saying that only 2 MPs of the entire lot are with the other faction?
Yes, yes.
So that also plays to your advantage?
Well, we are in majority in that sense. But as it is, we were not in very large numbers, but
Right.
it definitely means.
But today, what do you make of the entire meeting? Sharad Pawar, holding the fort there, here, taking all the volley of questions. He said that, we'll be proven right in the test of time.
See, basically, all this has come as a surprise to all of us. It's very sad that a faction of our party has fallen apart. And these were all faces who have been actually raised by Pawar Saab and mentored by Pawar Saab. So it's a sad moment for us that we have lost them. They have decided to quit from the party. But at the same time, you have seen Pawar Saab's
Mosmi, we'll
resolve.
keep coming back to you on that. Thanks for that very, very good, important clarity, getting it straight from, a member of the NCP about what happens next as far as the Election Commission is concerned. Big statement there by Sharad Pawar. Okay, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has just arrived at Sharad Pawar's residence in the national capital to meet him. Remember that Rahul Gandhi does have a close personal and working relationship with Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar, part of the UPA, has been a minister in a Congress-led government for 10 years. Sharad Pawar, he has always looked up to for advice. Sharad Pawar has given him a lot of advice, including very recently on contentious issues like Veer Savarkar, politics, etc. Sharad Pawar, the lead actor in the opposition's unity project. Many questions being raised over what happens to that entire unity project now, with Sharad Pawar bogged down by his familial issues within the NCP. And now you have Rahul Gandhi coming by to drop in and meet Sharad Pawar in the national capital. Very symbolic, very important. Amit Bharadwaj, who's been breaking all of the big stories on this development right through the day today, including from the Pawar family as well, is with me live. Amit, explain to us the significance of this. Obviously, a lot of symbolism. The opposition will be very keen now to project a united front, because questions are being raised over whether this whole disaster within the NCP is going to be a stumbling block.
Right, Shiv, but I'm also getting the visuals that is just unfolding at Sharad Pawar's residence. Right behind me is the cavalcade of Rahul Gandhi, and right after the press conference, the joint press conference where you had Sharad Pawar, who declared that I am the president of the NCP, of the Nationalist Congress Party, and the working committee decisions were announced that Sunil Tatkare, Praful Patel, SR Kohli, along with Ajit Pawar and 8 other MLAs who had joined the NDA government, have been expelled from the NCP. So right after that, a press conference, suddenly the commotion began at Sharad Pawar's residence, and it was Rahul Gandhi who entered the residence. and he had gone straight inside the house meeting Sharad Pawar. As you mentioned, Shiv, this is very important, important in two ways. Number one, obviously the communication between the senior most leaders of the opposition parties. On one side you have the former Congress president, the other side you have NCP president assembling at 6 Janpath where Sharad Pawar's residence is located in the national capital. The other importance of this meeting is about optics, the optics to send a message that the opposition parties are united even at a time when one of its members is going through a crisis, a very difficult time, a turbulent moment, and that is what this entire game of opposition unity also means, that these opposition parties have to stand with each other, and possibly Rahul Gandhi also trying to give out a message through this particular movement, sudden movement, that he decided to come here to meet Sharad Pawar. And in this particular meeting, I should remember, many crucial decisions have been taken, and Sharad Pawar has also made his stance very clear. Number one, Praful Patel, Sunil Tatkare, SR Kohli, Ajit Pawar have been expelled from the NCP. Number two, Sharad Pawar.
Amit, I'm going to have to take a short break, but we're going to come back to you after this very short break, Amit. So continue to stay connected to us. Very quick break. Big development. Rahul Gandhi's solidarity with Pawar Senior. Not surprising whatsoever. But the optics are important amidst the entire quest for opposition unity. The message going out is that this is not going to affect the unity project of the opposition on the road to 2024.